Hi guys, Kizzlekicks here and welcome to another episode of this Southampton career mode. League consistency seems to be the issue this season. We're not as consistent with the results as we have been last year. We haven't been able to break teams down and score as many goals as we did last season, which is going to be an issue if we're going to submit a realistic title challenge. But first game of this episode, you're going to see us jump into a Capital 1 game with Chesterfield, fighting for a place in the last 8. So we've already come further than we did last year, which is a bit of a bonus, and Chesterfield at home is a game that we really should be winning. So we've already come a lot further in this competition than we did last season, where we had a really disappointing early exit. We weren't going to take Chesterfield lightly. We put out a fairly strong side, and it's a good job we did because they very nearly went ahead inside the quarter of an hour. Only a fantastic save from Fraser Forster kept them out, and then they were going to have another opportunity before half-time where they dinked the ball up to the back post. We didn't really deal with it well defensively. And this save for me is even better. He just throws himself across goal and manages to deflect the ball round the post. We're going to have a chance of our own. We couldn't believe it here. We appear to be through on goal. And the referee brings play back to give us a free kick and then only brandishes a yellow card. So it would have been far more beneficial for us had he played the advantage. But that was gone. Early in the second half, you can see Greaves-Callaghan there with a strike. It is well saved from the goalkeeper. It was only a minute into the second half. Jordan Henderson was going to get the opportunity to take this free kick, and if he got it right, which he did, that could happen. A fantastic free kick from Henderson. His performances haven't been very good this year. He's been average, to say the least. In and out of the side, he's often the man to miss out if we rotate some players. But just look at the accuracy of this free kick right into the top corner. Gives us that 1-goal lead. It's not a lead we deserved, but it's a lead that we'll take. The rest of the half kind of whizzed by with not a lot happening, but as you can see, here's some decent play from Schneiderlin, and then the ball is chipped over from Gaston into the path of Wanyama. He chests it down and then finishes it like a pro, like a number 9. Fantastic volley, or half volley I should say, into the top corner, giving the keeper no chance. Some fantastic one-touch stuff, good awareness from Gaston, but what a finish that is. Absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper. And as Chesterfield pushed forward, we began to counter-attack and get men forward. Lewis Muriel, who's been disappointing since he joined, really expected more from him. He does well here, picks out youngster Greaves-Callaghan, who makes it 3 inside stoppage time. No question about who's going through now. We've wrapped the game up 3-0, the scoreline that's really flattered us. It was a very poor performance, but a good goal nonetheless, a good counter-attack. Muriel showing good awareness, pulling it back, and Callaghan with the first-time finish. Even though that was in stoppage time, there was still time to add another. Hector Bellerin, a player that doesn't score many goals, nipped in, dispossessed Chesterfield, went past his man, and rather unselfishly, he could have gone for goal. He set up Morgan Schneiderlin instead. He got in on the act to make it 4. A good finish from the captain. It's nice to see he's unsettled. We don't want him to leave. Obviously, he is a key player for us, so it is nice to see him get on the score sheet and some of his good performances be rewarded, because he doesn't score many goals, but a nice one for him there. And that's how the game finished, 4-0, and we go into the last 8. But we're going to jump straight into a league game now. We welcome Stoke to St Mary's. It's a game that, you know, if we're going to mount a serious title challenge, we need to be picking up 3 points in games like this. We can't afford to keep dropping points like we have been. We're going to have a look at the side. It is a strong one. Vidio and Podolski in the wide positions, Draxler in the cam role, Shane Long up front, and then a familiar back four, which is beginning to take shape quite nicely now. Hoffman and Zuma, the centre-back pairing. They've been getting along quite well, actually. You've got Klein and Bertrand as the full-backs, I should say, and Fraser Forster in the sticks. But several players in Stoke team that could cause us problems. Marko Arnautovic, Jonathan Walters with his pace and strength, and Raphael leading the line up front. It took us just over a quarter of an hour to have the first chance of the game. Vidio chipped the ball over the top. Shane Long with a perfectly timed run heads the ball into his own path, but could only find the side netting. And upon looking at that, you have to think last season's Shane Long would have put that away. He hasn't quite reached the heights that he did last year, which is disappointing. We hope he can get back to that. But a chance for Stoke on the half-hour mark. Arnautovic at the back post gets his head to the ball and manages to find the back of the net. Chances few and far between in this first half, but Stoke capitalise on that. Very clinical. Good ball to the back stick, and Arnautovic, plenty of power on the header. You have to question the goalkeeper being beaten at his near post, but we do go behind. So we look to get ourselves back on level terms at least before half-time. We've got 10 minutes to do that. Shane Long hits a rasping effort here with the outside of his right foot, forces the keeper into a good save, and then a really nice flowing move here. A lot of one-touch stuff. Creates the opening for Alvaro Vidio. He hits the shot first time, but young Jack Butland, who's in goal today, gets down well to turn the ball behind. And a really clever corner routine here sees the ball find its way to Nathaniel Klein. His shot was blocked and a free kick was given. We can only assume that this was given for handball upon looking at the replay, but Lucas Podolski then, he's going to get the opportunity to get us level. We saw him score a good free kick against Chelsea, and he's done it again here today against Stoke City. We are level 5 minutes before the break. It's exactly what we needed. I'm a big fan of Podolski's free kick technique. It's a mixture of accuracy and power. He doesn't sort of preference one or the other. He manages to somehow hit the ball really hard, beat the wall and keep it down, which is fantastic, and his free kicks are very, very dangerous. When he's on the pitch, we can be a real threat from those. But Arnautovic here gets down the right hand side, his cross in finds Jonathan Walters, his header thumps against the post, and then Raphael with the follow-up only manages to head the ball wide. But Stoke really on top, and then we get a chance here ourselves. Shane Long threads the ball through. Julian Draxler with 20 minutes to go, clean through on goal. Can he finish? No, he can't, because Robert Huth decides to yank the back of his shirt and bring him down. Thankfully for us, the referee points to the spot, but to our surprise, that is all he does. Not even a yellow card here. It's a clear goal scoring opportunity, so he should be sent off. Not even a yellow card was brandished, but Shane Long, more importantly, with the opportunity to give us the lead, which he does, sending Butland the wrong way. Just over quarter of an hour to go, we find ourselves in front, so it is vital now that we keep things tight at the back and pick up these 3 points. It is nice to see Shane Long getting on the score sheet, very much like he did last year. We're going to hope he can sort of hit the same heights and really start to go on a run of goal scoring form, because when he does that, he's very difficult to stop, and we win a lot of games. But the excitement was short lived here as Stoke managed to get themselves level almost immediately, but thankfully, as you can see here, the celebrations were cut short. We thought they'd levelled, but the linesman did raise his flag for offside, and as you can see, the decision, although it was tight, was the correct one. So 4 minutes to go now to get the win. All we had to do was keep things tight at the back, but we didn't manage to do that. You can see here, one-on-one with the goalkeeper for Diouf. He gets the ball past Forster, but a massive stroke of luck, and the ball hits the inside of the post, rolls across the goal line and goes out for a goal kick. You can see from the replay just exactly how close they were to getting that equaliser late on here, but thankfully for us, the ball went wide, and we actually had a chance to double our lead in stoppage time. Greaves Callaghan coming on as a substitute with just minutes to go. His long shot going just over the crossbar, but thankfully for us, the referee did bring the game to a halt there. We have a really, really tough game coming up next, and it is nice to get that 3 points in the league to keep ourselves there or thereabouts at the top. But we're actually going to welcome Barcelona to St Mary's now. Obviously we snatched, and it was very much smash and grab, a 1-0 win at the Nou Camp to give us all 3 points, and at the halfway stage of this group we have given ourselves every chance of qualifying. This is obviously the hardest game we have left to play. A win here would all but secure our qualification into the knockout stage. It's a very strong lineup. It's actually the same lineup, apart from Jose Fonte with his experience coming in place of Hoffman at the back. And then it was time to scare ourselves and look at the firepower in this Barcelona lineup. A front three of Deulofeu, Messi and Neymar. That is just pace, flair and all sorts of ability. But we almost got off to a dream start when Lucas Podolski hit one of his fierce left-footed shots, and that went just inches past the post in the opening minutes really. And then some neat play here. Shane Long picks up the ball, does what he does best, taking on his man, and then cuts inside, hits a fierce right-footed shot, again just inches wide. Only 8 minutes into the game, we'd already threatened twice and come very close to scoring, and we were going to threaten again on the 10-minute mark. Lucas Podolski here at the back post, unmarked, hits across the ball, very clever technique with some power to actually give us an early lead in this game. Can't quite believe it, and Podolski is going to drum that message into his teammates. I'm not exactly sure what he's saying, but it's probably, don't get carried away lads, this is Barcelona we're playing, and we've got a 1-goal lead, just keep your head. Now, Barcelona, they didn't really come out the blocks at all at the start of this game. Alvaro Vidal is going to go on a run here. You can see him using his pace and skill to take on his man. Decides to go around, cut inside rather than go around the outside, but hits a fantastic shot into the bottom corner. So inside 20 minutes, we really have Barca rattled, and we've got a 2-goal lead. Whoever you're against, a 2-goal lead at home, you really, really shouldn't be letting that slip. We've put ourselves in the driving seat, not only for this game, but given ourselves a real chance of qualifying. But you did get a feeling with the quality of the opposition that we're playing that the next goal in this game could really be key. If Barcelona were to get that, you'd feel the momentum would go with them, but we're going to have a chance to make it 3 and kill this game off. 23 minutes into the game, we could have been 3-0 up, but it was a good save, a poor finish really from Shane Long, but back eventually do come Barcelona. We didn't really deal with the ball, we were caught in possession here, and the ball finds Andres Iniesta inside the area, hits a fierce shot, well saved from Fraser Forster, first save he had to make in this game. And then it was a very eventful first half. Vidal here hits a fierce first time left-footed shot. I keep saying the word fierce, I really need to find another word. but it comes back off the crossbar. Could have given us a 3-goal lead. Video again this time, threatening Barcelona. He does all the hard work, couldn't apply the finish. Probably the easiest chance of the lot. He scored a lot more difficult opportunities than that, but unfortunately for this occasion he drags his shot wide. And then Barcelona have a chance to cut the deficit before half-time. Deulofeu with the header, but it does loop over Fraser Forster's goal. So in contrast to the first half, Barca flew out of the blocks early in the second half, knowing that they need to get themselves back into this game. We don't deal with the cross again, and they hit the post here, and the rebound falls to Messi. And somehow, don't ask me how, the best player on the planet has managed to hit that wide. When it looked easier to score, let's face it. But as you can see here, we're on the attack. Shane Long cuts past his man, looks to finesse the ball into the far corner. Bravo doesn't really deal with it, and Julian Draxler pounces on the rebound, and we go 3-0 up. Surely that's game over. Surely that's 3 points for Southampton, you would think. But we're not going to take anything for granted. We're just going to keep doing a professional job on Barcelona. We've been much the better side, and as they looked to cut the deficit, we managed to hit them on the counter-attack. They committed far too many men forward. Surely an opportunity to make it 4. Video puts the ball into the box. Bravo this time redeems himself with a fantastic save to keep the score at 3-0. Little consolation for him. Henderson nearly makes it 4 from a corner, and then Ryan Bertrand almost gets in the act. He goes past his man, hits a fierce left-footed shot, fierce again, over the crossbar. And that is, for us, how the game finished. Probably the best performance you've seen us put in over this series. Can't really argue with that. Clean sheet, 3-0 victory against the best club side on the planet. And we've given ourselves a fantastic chance. It's not confirmed yet. We do need to get a result in our next game. But we're all but there as we look at the stage. Barcelona then in real danger. Bottom of the group after 4 games. They are in real danger of being eliminated from this competition early on. Not what they'd expect. You've got Besiktas in second and Copenhagen in third, both on 3 points, both on 6 points apiece, 3 points behind us, so we can't take anything for granted. We're going to have a look at the Premier League table now. We sit in third place, just 2 points separating us and the leaders. Manchester City United are in second on 22 points. We sit in third on 21. That is going to bring this episode to a close, guys. We're going to look to progress in the next episode and pile the pressure on these Manchester clubs. But make sure you follow me on Twitch. The link will be in the description. Follow me on Twitter as well. Links are down below. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you again with another episode very soon.